Marnie, I fear that you're holding a bit of a grudge against Liz. You fixed things at the intervention we hosted, remember? Are you still feeling like she owes you something, like an apology, maybe? Don says. No! Marnie's protest is immediate, her eyes flaring with conviction. I don't think she owes me an apology. Not anymore. I've done the most. She trails off, her expression faltering as she struggles with her own conflicting emotions. I'm not holding a grudge. I'm scared, okay? I'm scared of what she'll think of me. I'm scared of facing the things I've done to her. Listen, Marnie, I'm sure Liz just wants the best for you. We all do. We would love to see you making progress to get better. It's just, I'm not understanding why you feel nervous. She's over everything that happened and would just like to move on. If you're not ready to see her, I'm sure she'll understand, Don says firmly. Marnie lets out a soft sigh, her shoulders slumping. It's not that I don't want to see her. I do. I'm just afraid of what she'll think of me. I'm afraid she won't want to be my friend after everything I've done. I know that's selfish and I should be grateful that she's even here, but I'm just so scared. All right, Marnie, it's okay. You don't have to see Liz right now. I'll let Michelle know that you're not ready. Are you cool with that? Cara asks. Marnie nods slowly, her eyes still fixed on the comforter. Yes, I think that's the best for right now. I'm just feeling a bit overwhelmed. I can't handle seeing her right now. Not yet. Don lets out a small sigh. All right, I'm sure she'll be okay. She just wants to see you get better, that's all. She's probably just as worried as we all were before we came here. Marnie, I'd like to give you something, though. We made a little card for you, Don says, pulling the envelope out of his back pocket. From all of us. If you decide that you want to see Liz after reading this, let us know and we can arrange that, he nods, handing her the card. Marnie takes the envelope from Don, her fingers trembling slightly. She looks down at it for a moment, a mix of curiosity and vulnerability in her eyes. You made a card for me? She looks up at Don and then at the other two. From all of you? Yes, we thought it was the right thing to do. We all signed it and we really hope you read it, Don said. Marnie slowly opens the envelope, her heart feeling heavy and conflicted. As she pulls out the card and opens it, the signatures of Michelle, Liz, Don, Cara, and Rebecca greet her, along with heartfelt words of support and encouragement. Tears well up in her eyes as she reads the heartfelt messages, a wave of emotions washing over her. She takes a deep breath, trying to keep her composure. Seeing Michelle and Liz's signatures alongside the rest made Marnie's heart skip a beat. She had anticipated Michelle's signature, but seeing Liz's name there too made her heart ache with mixed feelings. A tear escapes her eye, rolling down her cheek as she reads the words of support and love written there. The emotional weight of the moment was both overwhelming and strangely comforting. Marnie stifles, her voice chokes with emotion. You all wrote this for me, and Liz signed it too? She looks up at Don, the tears shimmering in her eyes. Yes, she wanted to show you how much she cares, Don said. Marnie's heart clenches at the thought of Liz's signature on the card. A mixture of guilt and gratitude floods her chest. I don't deserve this. Not after how I've treated her. She signed the card, so that just goes to show that she's willing to move on and forget everything that happened. I'm sure she hopes that you can move on too, Cara reassures her. Marnie swallows hard, her eyes flickering with a mixture of guilt and hope. I don't know how she can just forgive and forget so easily. I've been such a mess. I've caused her so much pain. She looks down at the card, her fingers tracing over Liz's signature. Don gently places his hand on her shoulder, offering comfort. Marnie, we all make mistakes. It's about learning and growing from them. Liz understands that. Marnie nods slowly, tears still rolling down her cheeks. I know, and I want to grow. I really do. But it's just so hard to forget the things I've done. And seeing Liz's name on this card, it just reminds me about how much I've hurt her. I just don't know if I can ever make up for that. Don squeezes her shoulder gently, trying to instill some reassurance. Marnie, the fact that you're feeling so guilty and wanting to make amends is a huge step in the right direction. You're not perfect, and neither is Liz, but neither of you are beyond redemption. Marnie takes a deep, shaky breath, trying to steady herself. You're right. I know I'm not perfect. I've made so many mistakes, and I want to change. I really do. I just don't know if I'll ever be able to fix what I've broken. Her voice trails off as she looks down at the card in her hands, Liz's signature standing out amidst the others. Cara leans forward, gently placing her hand over Marnie's. Marnie, sometimes it takes time. Healing and forgiveness are not immediate. It's a process. And you need to allow yourself that process. Marnie lifts her eyes to meet Cara's, appreciating the empathetic touch. She nods slowly, the tears gradually starting to subside. You're right. I guess I just expected myself to somehow fix everything all at once, like a magic cure. But that's not how it works, is it? Don shakes his head, offering a gentle smile. No, it's not. Healing takes time, patience, and effort, and that goes for both you and Liz. Take it one step at a time, Marnie, and remember that we're all here for you. All of us. Back outside, Michelle stuck a cigarette into her mouth and made her way back to Rebecca's car to check on Liz. Hey, she says softly, approaching the car. You okay? Michelle says, seeing Liz curled up on the seat with her phone in one hand. Liz jumped slightly at the sound of Michelle's voice, quickly sitting up straight. Her eyes widened, but she quickly relaxed when she saw it was just Michelle. With a weary sigh, she set her phone aside and looked up at Michelle. Not really, she admitted, her voice soft and tingled with frustration. I'm sorry, would you like a cigarette? I'm just taking a little break. Marnie's pretty vulnerable right now. In fact, she started an argument with me when I said I was going outside for a break. She got so worried that I was abandoning her. I just wanted a break. It's hard for me to see her like this, Michelle says, opening the back door and offering Liz to come outside. Liz hesitated for a moment, torn between staying in the car and joining Michelle outside. The thought of getting some fresh air and a smoke to calm her nerves was tempting, but she also wanted to know how Marnie was doing. Finally, her desire for a break worn out. Yeah, sure. I could use a smoke. Michelle nods in understanding, gesturing for Liz to join her outside. Come on out. The fresh air will do you good. They step outside, moving away from the car and settling down on a bench nearby. Michelle lights up a cigarette and passes a new one to Liz. Liz takes the offered cigarette and lights it up, taking a deep inhale. The smoke fills her lungs and she lets out a slow exhale, feeling the small bit of tension ease from her shoulders. Thanks, she says, glancing over at Michelle. Marnie arguing with you, huh? Sounds like she's in a pretty bad state. I swear, that girl will do anything to hold a grudge. She's unbearable sometimes. She's not going to get better if she's taking all her anger out on me, Michelle chuckles, puffing a small cloud of smoke. She literally got mad at the fact that I wanted to step out for a second. She just needs to understand that this is all new for me, for all of us, to see her like this, in a vulnerable position. Michelle shakes her head. Liz nods in agreement, understanding where Michelle was coming from. Yeah, she's always been like that, holding on to things, letting anger define her. It's not easy dealing with her, trust me. She's got this way of pushing people away, even the people who care about her. I just really hope she can work things out with Rebecca, her only sister. That's all I care about. She can push us away as much as she can, but she will always have her sister, and her sister knows what's best for her, Michelle says. Liz takes another drag from her cigarette, thinking over Michelle's words. You're right. Family is important, and Marnie needs her loved ones now more than ever. Her and Rebecca used to be close, like, really close. But sometimes those bonds get strained, you know? And Marnie's got a habit of holding grudges even against her own family. Michelle takes a puff of her cigarette, blowing out a small cloud of smoke. It's just hard to watch sometimes, you know? Seeing someone you care about self-sabotaging. She's going to push us all away if she's not careful. If that happens, I don't know how she's going to recover and get the help she needs. Liz nods, understanding Michelle's concern. It's definitely a real possibility. Marnie has a tendency to push people away when she's struggling, and it's like a defense mechanism for her. But by doing that, she's just isolating herself even more, and that's not healthy for her recovery at all. Back in Marnie's room, Cara decides to step out for a moment while Rebecca, Don, and Marnie are all reuniting. I'm just going to call Michelle and let her know that Marnie isn't interested in seeing Liz right now, Cara says, whispering to Rebecca before her hand grabs a hold of the doorknob to leave. No problem, take your time, we'll be here, Rebecca says. Dawn gives Cara a reassuring smile before she exits the room, closing the door gently behind her. Dawn then turns back to Marnie, his expression softening as he speaks. You doing okay, Marnie? We understand if you don't want to see Liz right now. We just want you to feel comfortable and safe. Marnie nods slowly, appreciating the understanding and patience of her friends. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm glad you understand. I just need some more time, you know? I want to see Liz, but I'm just not ready yet. I don't want to do anything that might set me back or hurt my recovery. As Liz and Michelle are deep in conversation, it comes to a halt when Michelle's phone rings. Oh, it's Cara. 1 second, Michelle says, pulling out her phone to answer it. Hey, what's up? Me and Liz are just outside smoking, Michelle says, putting the phone on speaker. Cara's voice comes through the phone, a hint of concern in her tone. Hey, it's me. I wanted to let you know that Marnie isn't quite ready to see Liz yet. She's still processing things and doesn't want to risk a setback. Michelle lets out a soft sigh, understanding Marnie's reluctance. I see. Well, that's understandable. She's going through a lot right now, and it's important that we respect her boundaries. I guess it's okay. I wasn't prepared for her not to see me. She's obviously feeling guilty and holding a grudge against me. Well, she's got nothing to worry about. I've moved on since the intervention blowout, and I'm feeling a lot better about things with her. I just want to make things right and give her all my comfort, Liz says, feeling a little sad that Marnie wasn't feeling up to seeing her. Michelle pats Liz gently on the back, emphasizing with her feelings. I know it's tough, but give her time, okay? She's dealing with a lot of guilt and shame right now, and seeing you might just make things harder for her. She's fragile right now. Liz shrugs off Michelle's comfort. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of pissed about this. Marnie is known to hold grudges from the past, and I just know she's holding a big one against me. Liz pauses to puff her cigarette for a second. It's kind of fucked up, if you ask me. I understand she may need time to process things, but it's unfair that you all get to see her. And what about me? I'm left out in the dust just like the way I was when she fired me, Liz says, feeling frustrated. Michelle lets out a weary sigh, understanding Liz's frustration. Look, I get it. It's not fair, and it sucks that you're the one getting left out. But Marnie's not doing it out of malice or anything. She's just struggling right now, and she's not thinking straight. She's not herself, and you know that. Liz bites her lip, her eyes fixed on the ground as she tries to control her frustration. I know she's not herself right now, but it doesn't make it any easier to deal with, you know? It sure feels like I'm being pushed away for trying to help her, and I just want to see her, to make sure she's okay. Oh, she's okay, she's fine. I think it would have been better if she had seen us one by one, individually, instead of all in a group together. She'll get over it and realize we're all doing what we can to be with her, Cara says. Michelle nods in agreement. Yeah, it might be a lot for her to handle seeing all of us at once, but given how Marnie is, she would have probably refused individual meetings anyway. You know how stubborn she can be. Well, since she doesn't want to see me right now, is there something I can do? I feel terrible, Liz says, trying not to let her anger get the best of her. Cara, would you mind letting Marnie know that I care about her very much and I'm letting go of the past because I would like to see her get better? Liz says, taking one last hit of her cigarette. Cara listens intently and nods slowly, taking in Liz's words. I'll make sure to pass that message along to her, Liz. I'm sure it will mean a lot to her, even if she's not ready to see you just yet. Thanks, Cara, Liz replies with a grateful smile. All right, I'll be back inside in a few minutes, Michelle says to Cara. Cara nods. No problem, take your time. With that, Michelle hangs up the phone and puts another cigarette into her mouth. Would you like another? She asks Liz. Liz shakes her head, putting her cigarette out and flicking it into a nearby trash can. Nah, I'm good. Just need some time to cool off. Let me know if there's any updates with Marnie, okay? I will, and I'm sorry that she doesn't want to see you. I really had hoped things would work out and she would leave everything in the past. Of course, you can't expect that from Marnie. Michelle shakes her head, cupping her hand over the cigarette she was lighting in her mouth. Liz lets out a humorless chuckle. Yeah, you know Marnie. Stubborn as a mule. It's just tough because I really do want to see her and make amends. But maybe some time apart is for the best right now. I'm sure once we get going, she'll realize that she needs her friends the most right now in her journey of recovery, Michelle says. Yeah, I hope so, Liz replies, sighing heavily. I'm going to go back into the car if you don't mind. Can you guys come out soon, though? I like to get home to process some things, Liz says, rubbing her face. Michelle gives her an empathetic smile. Of course. Take all the time you need. We'll be out in a few minutes. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Liz gets up from her spot on the bench and waves to Michelle. Michelle takes a few more minutes to herself, gathering her thoughts before she heads back inside.